constriction or pain, and you're becoming aware of it, you immediately judge it. You think something is wrong, and it continues to replicate. Now you're going to be with it. And yes, we're all going through it. Everybody's having body temple issues and sensations, and we're going to practice being with those sensations, right? And remembering nothing is wrong. It's transmuting. So transmuting, what does that mean? Transmuting doesn't mean that as you do this work that you'll be with it and it'll go away. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen. What I am saying, though, is that as you really be with the expanded consciousness of transmuting, you don't separate from it. This is the paradox of this energy. Transmutation, transmuting, means that you be with it and you integrate it. You integrate it. And if I could, let's see if I can give you an example that I like to use, which is, okay, so you guys are going to come over at some point. I'm going to make you guacamole, right? And I have 3 avocados, and you're inviting more people, so I need to make a bigger batch. So what I do is I take 2 more avocados and I add them. I don't take away the first 3. I add it. That's kind of a screwy example of transmuting, which is, it's not about getting rid of anything. It's about encompassing it, recognizing it. What does recognition do? It offers it a completely different frequency, a frequency of love. And as you be with it, this takes that energy and it transmute, it integrates with the higher consciousness, the higher self, and consciousness expands and new light particles come in. So we're just going to continue to be with this information because, like I said, everybody's going through lots of different things right now, and I'd love to support you and remind you. And I'm just not going to, I'm not going to deviate from this, which is there's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong. Just continue to practice. Continue to practice being with that knowing. You are source energy. And as source energy, having these conversations, the momentum, like I said, picks up faster. You're going to feel every time there's a limiting belief, every time there's a limiting perception, every time there's a download, every time there's a judgment. And even if you don't catch it right away, don't be upset about that. But to be honest with you, you guys are in a different state of being. You're going to catch it faster and faster. And I'm grateful that you can be with it and catch it. That's where we start. And I'll remind you of one thing before we get to questions, which is that as you continue to do this, you know what, I'll leave it right there because I just want you to just kind of sit with this information, which is nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. I think some of the questions that you guys came up with are going to be helpful right now. Very repetitive information, but you have to understand we repeat everything. This has been a repeat from the first day we met. You're in a different state of consciousness, so it's integrating, it's transmuting, and you're feeling it with more resonance than ever before. Now you're in the space where you're being with the most subtle energy, and it feels extremely uncomfortable. It's like the darkest before the dawn, although I don't really care for that phrase because it sounds like something's going wrong. It isn't. It's the darkest before the dawn, and it's the precipice of you moving into a higher state of consciousness that is going to be the creator in a more conscious way of your reality. Okay? So
the lid is off. You know there's more, so go explore.